course, as well as your ultimate to just scout for the rest and just really create this chaos in the backline, basically, and just wrangle the positioning of a lot of your opposition. But since it's a mirror matchup, it is going to be, as we said many times, about that big execution here on the first map today.
Yeah, it's also going to put a lot of emphasis on both of the duelists, actually the duelists on either side, on how effective they can really be. Immediately contact there. PTC comes out, swings. Zan is assisting. There's the paranoia. They're spamming it in, trying to at least dodge. Oh, the counter paranoia as well. Applix just cannot respond in time, unfortunately, leaving NDG alone. Goes in for the multi on the 1v2. Not going to happen. Only gets the one, and that is going to be a solid first round start for NAOS.
A pretty fast first round as well. NAOS extremely confident coming out of Garage. San with the assistance of, again, the Paranoia. Despite getting paranoid himself, he was just definitely A-okay, and he was assisted by Mojer and as well as PTC. Very clean. They have a set play in mind, executed flawlessly, and they're rewarded with a pistol win.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, let's see. No bit of utility here for Team Secret. Seems like they do want to commit to the push potentially here on the C site. PTC's got to be careful. A couple of random bullets and he might actually be endangered in terms of that HP. Doesn't have a tripwire anymore on the entryway, and it seems like Team Secret's just going to be walking in.
PTC actually forced out of there. Just have to respect and wait for the rest, but does have that big upgrade.
Spike planted.
Good catch all together. Nice little flash out as well. Good reactions, but now still able to get through the initial contact on that post-plant encounter. Good stuff altogether. They did take away a couple of weapons from NAOS and that plant, so all things considered, Team Secret getting the outcome that they want, but still, of course, the point goes to NAOS.
Yeah, still able to plant the spike for some additional moolah, but for NAOS, again, just really clean, very disciplined. I'm gonna pull back despite we have the lead in weapons, and PTC just incredibly solid, and including Mojer as well. So far, so clean. Let's see how Team Secret Academy is able to take advantage of a full rifle round. Especially that it's really scary. There's an outlaw on the opposite side as well, and a couple of guardians, so they still have to be careful.
Now I'm kind of curious where we're actually going to be going, you know, with this comp. You're talking about the max buys and everything for Team Secret. I feel like it really banks, you know, going back to what I was mentioning, it banks back to how good the execution of the duelists truly are. NDG now starting to make a little bit of noise on Garage. That tripwire not broken by the dart there. Nice little flash out. No escape, but somehow survives. Savvy going in for the fight once more. At least gets a couple of refrags. So it's not too bad here for Team Secret, but now is struggling a little bit. Tries to respond. Hopes that maybe the push comes to C, but because Viness has actually gone through enemy lines and opened up that A side, it is going to be that A rotation for Team Secret, which would make it difficult for NAOS on the retake, since if you can look at it, Savvy's all the way at C, while Valden is here at A link.
Yeah, it's going to be a very slow retake here. Maybe the choice of even one flank coming from Long and one from Link. So both of these players are on their own. Let's see if Valden 1 is able to land this perfect shot onto Prodigy, but there's still one at Graffiti.
Ah, that one bullet reload. Just one of those pet peeves. It is what it is. Backing away, contingency, or rather undercut, but the swing from Viness, and he's got it. Also rocking that new Smite hammer. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yikes.
You know, I was thinking that, Asteroid. Don't worry, don't worry. I was thinking the same thing. Thank you for saying my thoughts as well. Yeah, same.
It was a sick kill.
Oh, man.
But that melee is... Actually, no. I think because it's a hammer, it looks cooler, but... I don't know. Smite.
I totally get you. I mean, I get the vibe, though, you know, just lightning, thunder vibes. You have the hammer. Definitely know what what reminds me of. But again, for that previous round, I feel like for NAOS, I think it was maybe one of the best outcomes, I suppose. Especially there's -3 weapons to carry over.
Sure.
But let's see here if this Garage it has been that big anchor.
Stabilizing.
Savvy AK must
Ooh.
respect the possibility that might be a stack.
Well,
It's you and me.
oh, uses the kill contract immediately. Does have a Vandal in hand. What a flick from Savvy. Prodigy is done for. What's the defense looking like? Savvy's around the corner right now, sees the contact, and Seeker just cannot really get any refrags from his teammates. The push out as well does get caught by Affleck, so that at least puts them in a more usable spot. Nice little use on the tripwire there. They do not know where the Cypher is tucked in. Around the corner as well, and the timing to go for the peekaboo. PTC gets the dub on that one, and now is another point on the board.
Dude, this garage hold is just incredible. Savvy AK, despite that kill contract, it wasn't from him, but it was a reverse kill contract. The flick from Savvy AK destroys Prodigy, and then the rest is history. This hold, it's just a strict chokehold over there, and it's just so hard for Team Secret to even penetrate to. And now they're forced into this eco, and NAOS is pretty happy about that. They've got a couple of key ultimates online, which they'd be happy to turn over to the next round if, you know, they don't even need it.
Spike down A.
Savvy is confident right now, and I mean, with all good reason. He's able to just get all these frags continuously, leaving only Vanessa and Applix to remain. Another dark cover right in front of them, and they have to push through. Well, the smoke. Unfortunately, there's like 3 players already in this slow crawl of that contingency. It's giving them information. Savvy's around here somewhere. That actually might have gone a little bit too heavy for them. Vanessa hitting some nasty shots, but doesn't know about the backside coming in from Zan.
-2, but still, Savvy AK doing a lot of damage at the beginning seconds of the rounds. And again, he's definitely the one to watch out for, especially on defense. He's just fearless in taking these peaks and getting, what, 1, 2, maybe even 3 before he falls. And that's a lot of value, and that's minus the kill contract that's upcoming towards the next round. I do believe this might be a timeout coming from the side of Team Secret. Get to see, again, it is just a few beginnings of the round, but of course, if you see something that might need a little bit of, I don't know what the word, maybe correction, this is the best time to make sure that things just don't snowball on the side of NAOS, especially Savvy AK is like literally on fire right now.
Yeah, and you're talking about the kill contract, right? It's up again after, what, that was like 2 rounds ago that he would used it, so that is a very quick turnover, and just being able to use your ultimate once again when you're just this hot on the hits. I wonder what the, like you mentioned, correction or adjustments are right now for Team Secret Academy, because it seems like it's NDG and RBTX that are giving a lot more, and everyone else is kind of just listening in. So I wonder what the feedback is, or what the adjustment will be now that they do have a little bit more back on that firepower. They're nearing Secret on his dimensional drift. So again, if you can use that, it would be good, but gotta get that return very quickly.
And the return could possibly be a post plant. It's about getting into the site in general. They have the tools for a solid post plant, especially they have Hunter's Fury, but getting into the site is such a big problem. They can't even get through garage. They can't get through a main towards long or sewers. It's so hard. Let's see this again, though. It's a different kind of attack.
And they're just pushing in, but oh, this is such good communication from NAOS. They know that Team Secret is just pushing through into garage right now, and a throw on that Hunter's Fury is just able to whittle down their HPs. The catch again from Savvy on that kill contract. This is brutal from Team Secret. They haven't even had a foot into the C site. They're slowly pushing right in. They finally get that contact, but look at this. Through what cause? Through what loss? They just lost everybody, and now is just shrugging them off again the site.
I was shaking my head. That was like an incredible display of defense coming from NAOS. They're so unfazed. They were able to deter any trades whatsoever. They were able to get maximum value off of this kill contract. Imagine, it was 2 kill contracts back-to-back. One was from Prodigy. Guess what when Savvy AK activates it? Gets Prodigy again, despite it being a group full of people inside Garage. And this is such a heated matchup between the 2 ISO players that we have. We're going to be looking at them for sure. But once again, maybe Garage isn't the best point of attack for Team Secret at the moment. Maybe Long, because Garage has been stalwart for the past few rounds.
Well, it seems like they've just had enough going in for a super aggressive push. Savvy's gonna get overwhelmed, but he does at least get that one catch off. It's looking pretty good as Team Secret is using their numbers to their advantage. But still, 1 versus 1. NDG switch up to the Vandal. Smoke just dissipates and Valen's ready for it. Here he comes, 6-1, and NAOS are undeniably dominating this game.
Definitely the snowball that Team Secret was worried about, and the fact that there is surplus of ultimates. They have been, you know, they used the Hunter's Fury, they used the kill contract earlier, but they're still extra. They never had pressure enough to use the rest that we see online right now from the NAOS side. This time around, Team Secret really has to just get value off of this. I can imagine Secret will be using his ultimate as well as shuffling on the Yoru. There it is. It's going to be activated. And scout for the rest because they really need to get this plant down for that solid post plant with the Hunter's Fury. They've been holding that back for so long.
Well, they will at least, you know, march onto the C site relatively easily for them. So it's going to be a retake once again. The big problem to this one is how much... Actually, no, never mind. Maybe if they can actually hold Garage, this could work well for Team Secret. Gonna be using that dimensional drift. Who is this? I think it's Zan. Yeah, he will be using this one. Look at this crossfire that they do have. It's actually working so well for them. Zan's gotta have to make some things happen on C-Long or else. And while you see that, Team Secret pick themselves up around.
Good stuff. Again, see really good reads from the side of Team Secret here. They were able to use the dimensional drift to scout, which was open. Their read was correct. And after that, post plant is going to be much easier for Team Secret to get these wins. NAOS, on the other hand, this time around, were able to use the dimensional drift, but unable to convert that. But they are still in the lead. One thing that I want to point out, though, is that Applix has been great. Even though the score doesn't really reflect, Applix's performance every round has been crazy consistent. Oh.
Sometimes it's a smoke, right? There's no shield, there's no barrier, nothing stops the bullets. It is what it is. Prodigy's got the ultimate. Willing to use it? No, just gonna be charging right in. And I do like this. Just simple, clean, but they do lose a man in the process. So that's a 4-5 on the retake.
Oh, not an ISO versus ISO. We'll see who's gonna win. Prodigy will do, but this is a different retake approach now. There's gonna be 2 players coming from long. They've been spotted. They've already shot their bullets.
Yeah. C-site. Pretty clean, at least, here for Team Secret. Good little dark cover forces Zan to go for the flash, but it actually is working in their favor. Mojer gets the... No, he gets 2! Oh, that is such a necessary couple of frags for him. The one was good enough, but the second one as well, backing into cover and then re-peeking for the second kill was tremendous. So now is able to shrug off the offense of Team Secret on that C site.
Take note that it was almost a 3-man stack onto backside, I suppose, at the beginning of that retake. So basically, it was just Mojer sort of fending off for himself because the 2 players came from long, basically, and this encirclement was just so effective that NAOS is able to just really cleanly take that site for themselves, and they are rewarded with a 4-round lead. And maybe Team Secret might be sweating a little bit, especially that Team Secret starting off an attack. Usually this is where you want to rack up more points.
Fair enough. NDG, he's got himself a tiny stinger. Actually, stinger's pretty good nowadays, especially if you can get up close and personal. That being said, though, Team Secret is slowly creeping up onto a long. But now, in response, go for that short push. Applix cannot escape. Valen has pushed out. But information gathered here, Team Secret, will they keep pressing on? seems like they want to deal with this short angle first before anything else, and have kind of just pulled themselves back from A long.
This is perfect. There's 2 tripwires for garage, and as well as long, so you don't have to worry about that. The stack is towards this 3-man stack onto A, and I feel like their read and instincts might be correct as the spike is still hovering over onto sewers, and they're slowly exiting here. Let's see. First contact will be Sean here.
There we go. That flash is good, but not good enough to really stop the onslaught. Valdin around the corner wants
30
to
seconds left.
potentially get a frag here or there. Throws out the Hunter's Sphere already, making them sweat a little bit, and it does delay the plant, to say at the least. NDG is going to have to go about this. Where's the rest of NAOS coming on, knocking onto the A site door, while Vanessa is coming in for that long flank. So it's a 3 versus 3 at least for the site. Once before this flank comes together, there comes the recon dart. Gives up a bit of information, but Secret is doing it. Gets the 4K, and that is going to be Team Secret answering back again and again.
Beautiful post plant, honestly, by Team Secret. They even had Vanessa there on standby around B for that flank in case things don't go their way at the initial hold. NAOS again, it felt like it started off good, but Applix again has been that door stopper constantly to make these rounds more doable for Team Secret. So they got to worry about him, especially in the initial contact. Constantly, he's there for the trade and has been, very consistent. Let's see, with the Dimensional Drift now activated, they could go for this set play that they did earlier, but they have to worry about the 2-man long stack, basically.
Vanessa, does he realize? Yeah, he probably realized that he is getting cornered here. How much damage can he do before he falls down? Just the one and a tiny bit of tag onto Zan. So that is going to be weapons picked up right now for Zan, or at least for NAOS. You can see that Savvy does have his ultimate available. If he can get potentially another kill or close enough, he might use the kill contract and just try to get one off against him. Secret, what a shot! He's not done just yet. He's cleaning up house right now with the 2 kills already. The swing out from Savvy alongside with Valdin, but he's got his weapon pocketed, and he will get caught by Applix for another stellar round for Team Secret.
Last round
Team
in the
Secret
half.
slowly catching up here, and NDG has Hunter's Fury as well. The fact that they didn't even need to use it for post plant is just a really good sign that they have been incredibly solid in preventing NAOS from even entering the perimeter before they're even close to the spike. And Vanessa, again, I really like the switch. Vanessa has been sort of playing quite far from the team, and he's able to hold his ground. From the previous rounds, we've seen them have more of a 5-man stack, but ever since they sort of switched and... Oh, it's a fast execute here.
Hunter's Fury just to kind of dissuade the defense as of the moment. Applix he's able to actually use that from the shadows to go through heaven, get the catch off down to 1. It doesn't matter because he's already opened up that site. Now kill contract just to disrupt that, well, momentum from Team Secret, but does absolutely nothing. Faces nobody. Mojer and PTC rocking a hard place. Mojer does start it off, but he's only gotten heaven. Still so much. Wall drops, smoke drops rather. No one. Rather, PTC can't push through this. Goes around the corner, gets caught by Vanessa, all down to Mojer. Can isolate the fight against Prodigy, and that is going to be Team Secret holding it off and actually getting their first, or getting a very strong 5-7 first half.
It's a 2-round game.
Their graves being dug. They're climbing out slowly, and now I'd say they're pretty much equal with NAOS as we end that first half. 5-7, like you mentioned, Applix is doing a hell of a job keeping this team afloat as he gets those multi-kills on the later portion of that first half.
And, yeah, exactly, right. And Secret was able to sort of build momentum as well for themselves, getting a couple of 4Ks in some of the rounds, just being on fire, especially in post-plant. Contact? Oh, it's a one. It's there was 2 people there. What can you do?
Yeah, but now this is going to be knocking in on the C site. Applix does get a little refrag there. Couple of pop shots. Valdin coming in for the push. Catches Applix off guard, but Applix able to still pick up the kill. Now, this is a 2 versus 4. Mojer and Zan pretty much in a very difficult spot. They kind of have to 2v1 certain angles by themselves. Potentially no refrags whatsoever. NDG just holding an angle here, waiting for Zan to go for the peek. He didn't realize. Now Zan is going to get caught, leaving Mojer in a really risky spot. He does have the smoke, but it's only a matter of time before Team Secret whittle him out. And then that is going to be the pistol picked up by Secret.
Good try.
Nice hold by Team Secret there. Honestly, it felt like every single entrance has been covered. Able to whittle down the numbers of NAOS very early. Therefore, having to hold the spike on the site itself will prove to be a challenge. And here we go. Let's take a look at the upgrades. And a stinger stinger buy for the rest of the NAOS here. They plan to play up close and personal and incredibly fast in the upcoming round.
Ooh.
Yes, this should do.
I'm excited to see this, but of course, this just means that if this don't work, well, economy's going to be shattered for like 2 more rounds, and that's just giving Team Secret the advantage. So we'll see how this kind of works out. Applix dropping down. He knows the firepower's right there, but he has to try to at least do something. It's not going to work. NAOS with the stingers, what did I tell you? This weapon is crazy good at close range, and they picked the 2 angles on Haven that gives you that much closer to your opponent on the contact. We've got NEG and Prodigy. Yeah, they're not going to fight for this. They're just going to save. This is a lost round for Team Secret from the looks of things.
Yeah, I really love that set play from NAOS, having to just stack in Garage, play up close and personal as we expected. But I do feel like it also contributed to the fact that I don't think their utility was fully used in the previous round, so they were able to have a much better round when it comes to firepower as well, and able to keep the gap coming and continuing for NAOS between Team Secret. So I really love the shot calling as well. The pre-round planning of NAOS, it feels like it's the playbook is a little deep, and you gotta really hand it to NAOS Esports.
It did rely, a lot of NAOS just being very quick to catch Team Secret so that they can't really utilize that defensive posture, right? So, good catch for NAOS altogether. Now, there is at least, 2 Bulldogs still available for Team Secret here. So, they're not out of firepower, but from what it looks like, they kind of went and still bought some stuff. So, you do know that they want to match up against NAOS here, but because of how NAOS kind of rattled the economy, weapon speaking, at least firepower-wise, it still looks a lot better for NAOS, obviously, coming into this round.
I agree. I was a bit worried that the firepower Bulldogs...
Okay, push out as well, and look at this! Team Secret
Upgrade.
are answering back. NAOS might have to re-hit this B site once more, or else their options will be limited. Secret around the corner here. Savvy doing God's work for NAOS right now, as he does pick up the 2 kills. Vanessa as well as Applix a little bit too far from the situation, but NAOS also realized this and kind of just want to go the other way. They're going to be planning for this A site. It's going to be planning for the backside as well, leaving at least the 2 remaining players of Team Secret to go for these flanks. Unfortunately, they weren't able to pick up any better weapons from the looks of things, except for Applix that is on this Bulldog. Valden slowly just crouching around the corner right now and catches him preparing with the paranoia. That is unfortunate. Now, Vanessa, he's got a Cypher Cage. Can get close. Can at least maybe tap the spike as he's around the corner here. Uses it. Half it. He's going to get pushed. Recon Dart gives away his position, has to back away. He has half that spike already, so maybe there's a chance. But the 2 versus 1, just too overwhelming, and that's going to be NAOS on top once more.
These simple things that NAOS Esports decides to do in split-second decisions or in a set play to be able to hold down the spike. Again, having to focus their efforts onto Link, because if you plant the spike a little bit near onto that situation, either you get a 2v1 scenario or a 2v2 in case they stack up and go through a link. So honestly, either way, it felt like that play was the best solution on paper, and NAOS Esports was able to execute that flawlessly. Again, it's the little things that matters here, and for NAOS, they're going to be happy, especially if they win this one, considering they're going to be the first to get double digits.
I like this from Zan. He's buying up the Outlaw on attack because he knows that Team Secret even though they will have those rifles, will probably be on half shields, right? So that attacking outlaw actually has better merits than, let's say, like an attacking operator, just because of how quick you're able to just get those shots in. Speaking of which, though, NDG somehow manages to actually escape. He's able to get the picks and everything else, but sight will be yielded. Spike will get planted, but the numbers for the retake at least favoring Team Secret. Unless Vanessa gets caught, he'll be fine. He's all right. All right, we're good.
It's gonna be retake indeed, and it is going to be post-plant positions. Paranoia available, so they gotta respect that. Dimensional drift utilized just for scouting, and Vanessa -1 again on the side of NAOS.
This is pure chaos. How are we gonna be able to go through all of this? Flash, paranoia, everything. Well, they cannot, and that's gonna be Team Secret with the dub, with the retake, and with the round regardless.
Could have gone better.
Yeah, that was super clean for Team Secret. That -1 at the post plant really hurt NAOS's ability to trade better, despite them being already in the lead when it comes to in positions after that spike was planted already. Savvy AK does have the kill contract available. Last time it was used, however, it didn't reap success when he went up against Finesse, so hopefully that big -1 in the opening round is going to help NAOS phenomenally. It feels like they're leaning again towards A, but the setup, the utility is going to heavily favor the side of Team Secret with their, what do you call this, with NDG, and as well as Finesse being positioned there.
Well, you got to get a whiff of that, right? Because if this happens and they realize that this is the layout the Team Secret went for, I feel like now it's just straight march to that C site. That being said, though, Savvy himself is kind of putting it already in his hands. In his shoulders. Just go for that push. Zando does get caught by that tripwire. Does not get punished though, so he's gonna be fine. And at least it is just kind of a heat check on where Team Secret and NAOS are, at least for both teams.
And the respective Team Secret, look at them playing very far back, trying to make sure that kill contract is unavailable, and now it's even terminated.
Oof, Aplex is just gonna get away with bloody murder with that one. Paranoia and from and the shrouded step just to get away. They're chasing him down. I don't think they know that he's gonna be on the cover here, but they should be checking, but they cannot deal with the man himself. They back away, and it seems like they're just gonna have to tuck tail and run straight into the B site from the looks of things, which PTC is slowly clearing up already. Both smokes used, 14 seconds and a dream. The push out as well. NDG corner. PTC knows, gets the catch, backs away, doesn't not want to lose his life just yet. He knows he has to keep the numbers a little bit more equal. The push out catches Prodigy out in the open. This is unfortunate. But still the health of NAOS pretty high up there. The push out as well. Valden backs away. Gets into a 1v1 with Aplex. He's swimming. Oh! This is not what he wanted to happen. He's doing so well for the start of the round, but he just falters at the end of things. This is horrendous. 2 versus 2. There's still a chance. Starting to defuse. Has to check. No one's there. No one's at home, but PTC is taking all the shots. Everything is connecting. And the 3K with a nasty jiggle peek to boot. Now it's double digits with the 10-7.
Two things. Savvy AK was trying his best to find the perfect kill contract timing, kill contract target, but found no one. Nobody was in the entrances of Garage or maybe even B. We got to see the positioning of the side of Secret and Prodigy. They were far back, even almost at spawn, because they respected the kill contract. Aplex was able to make use of that situation, is able to take down Savvy AK before the contract even began or was used, and was even able to get away. The plan onto B, PTC getting the triple K just really solidified everything. But again, there were so many other factors on why NAOS is able to win that round. But again, this timeout is understandable. For sure that it felt like Team Secret had the numbers lead at the very beginning. They had them surrounded. It felt like Team Secret was just a little bit antsy in having to get into the site and retake.
Well, they keep getting antsy like that, right? I mean, we'll have to see how the results speak themselves later or more. Wow, that was just so brutal for Team Secret. They had everything working for them, and then these just, like, random pushes for NAOS just keep catching them off guard. No, it's still not the end of the world. They still have money to buy for the weapons and everything. Shock Dart just to clear potential tripwire on B. Vanessa? Where did he place his tripwires? Back of C as well as Garage here. So, still online. Now just slowly creeping up on Garage, and they chill.
I like this. I like this from the side of NAOS. It feels like they're very comfortable with a lot of the Garage hits. But if they find nothing, they are okay to just back away and respect that and look elsewhere. Look at the stack on A lobby for the side of Team Secret here.
This is going to get caught by Valden for sure. Yeah, they have to know something's up. He's shown himself already.
It's you and me.
And there it is. Yeah, they immediately read it. They see that Applix was the one picked up, but this is a 1 versus 1 with one of the bigger fraggers of the Team Secret side, and Savvy gets overwhelmed. Now it's retaliation from Team Secret here. Options somewhat limited for now, so their hands are getting a bit pressured right now, so they have to start doing something, and that something is just to go potentially
30
to the
seconds
C
left.
site, open things up. Did they clear the camera? Looks like that's a no. But at least they'll be able to plant and force the post against Team Secret here.
Spike planted.
Ooh, I love the hesitation because there was two options. Either plant backside because they might be flooding long since you last saw them at A lobby. But I really like the adjustment, especially they have Hunter's Fury available for this post plant. Prodigy, let's see if you're able to kill Zan here.
Oh,
No more.
that's a no. NDG,
Revealing
though,
area.
dodges the paranoia. Gets the catch onto Mojer here. Valden, he's got a Hunter's Fury, so he can play as far back as possible, get a catch off. But the problem right now for the attackers is that they're getting dwindled.
Last player standing.
Yeah, there's just down to one man. I mean, this should be a straight up just good retake for Team Secret. They didn't even have to catch Valden there. They could have just swapped bodies as they started defusing that spike, and Team Secret, great retake.
And I think it's the contributing factor to that was their stack at A lobby. The kill contract failing on the side of Savvy AK because Applix was able to take him down. The being able to sort of what do you call this? Assign these players onto specific parts of the map where even though we were 4-stack earlier, we're gonna find the one in Garage, we're gonna find that one until long. So again, Team Secret rewarded. Still 2 rounds though. PTC with a scary weapon at hand. Applix should be careful.
Well, they just want to go just brute force it. Okay. I don't think Team Secret has adjusted to the straight up rush on Garage with the weaker weapons for NAOS, because now they've kind of upgraded. Team Secret, I mean, I feel like they have the money to just try to do something this round. If they can retake it, great, because that pushes them to 9-10. Look at this timing for BDC though. That's the catch on NDG. Valden, oof. What can the judge do with that angle? But Secret, in a really sticky situation. 4-1. Has to deal with the lurking PTC. And, well, he kind of feels it, too. So he's probably just going to be chilling around this spot of the map and just give it up. Mojer, no real need to be afraid. Just keep pushing in. They already got the round 1 already. Secret coming in. Flashes as well, and he does get the catch. PTC timing is going to be crucial to potentially get that refrag, but no dice. Still, now let's pick up the round, and that's going to be 11-8.
And the story goes, NAOS gets Garage, finds a couple of frags, conquers C, and call it a day. And just as you said, Asteroid, Team Secret has not yet found the solution to stopping this onslaught, this stack, this rush onto that site. Sometimes the solution is maybe we don't assign anyone in that spot. Maybe they play far back outside of window to make sure that they have a good foothold. But either way, I think it's a good adjustment. But this time, they decide to go for the opposite side of the map.
Well, they're just going to be charging in. See how this goes. Knock, knock. No one's home. It's going to be retake once more for Team Secret. curious how NAOS... Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Valdin. Oh, he's going to expend his life just for the plant. You love to see it. He's the hero. He's the martyr. It's going to be a 4-5 on the retake. It seems like NAOS, they gotta have to hold the site now. Not that extra body to go for the retake here, but the push out from Team Secret as they slowly creep up one by one through the smoke actually is backfiring. You're seeing all these positive net frags for NAOS. The drop down from Secret, he's the hero, but can he really get something? Now the information given, one in the front of the site, one on sewers here. The back away, PTC calls for the reposition, but now they know this Cypher Cage is being used to utmost perfection, and that is going to push NAOS to 12-8.
Match point.
I saw the desperation. Let's use it.
Team Secret, because of PTC's presence for the consecutive amount of rounds where PTC is either far lurking, playing far away from his team, you got to see Applic sort of hold back in rotating immediately onto A and remain at C for a little bit to see if anyone is lurking, anybody is like around the perimeter. And because of that slow transition, it was what a 3v4 situation for the side of Team Secret, and they were running out of time. And now match point for NAOS. They were rewarded for that. Now they're lurking slowly over here onto C long.
Look at this positioning from Secret. What a cheeky little spot. Good catch, though, onto the other man. The push out from Secret here. He really wants blood as he holds Cubby. And I do like the call right now from Team Secret right here. Because they've lost that control on A, they want to make sure that at least there's less options for NAOS here as he wants to just kind of, you know, have his presence felt on C long. But from the looks of it, NAOS not really dissuaded as much.
Here.
Yeah, they can play their time, be a little patient. They've got 60 seconds on the clock. Seeker's doing this. No! He's taken down.
That's hella greedy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. They kind of, I think they realized that he threw out the fake out, so that's not the real dude. Anyways, Dimensional Drift counter from Zan here. Open up this A site immediately. Gets that information once inside the smoke. The push out, and this is just Team Secret going for these Hail Mary plays
30
that
seconds.
NAOS is pretty much able to react against. Applix is getting pop-shotted through the wall here. No damage done, at least for now, but it's only a matter of time. He falls, and NAOS picks up the first map here.
It's the fade, but also you can use ourselves as human, I don't know, human turrets, human Cypher tripwires or something, I don't know. But the concept from NAOS for their double duelist and no sentinel is that they really definitely want to make this attacking side work out. But just as you said, Asterai, Team Secret, they're not going for the double sentinel anymore with their Vice and their Deadlock. It is quite different this time, and it is going to be the double duelist themselves as well.
Seems like NAOS gonna be knocking on this B site. Team Secret with very good response to this as they have that 4-stack already waiting for the potential push.
Time to jump.
Zan is gonna realize the tripwire is right there. Well, that grenade's just gonna get a catch on it. Mojo just opens up immediately with the frenzy. Good push for NAOS altogether. A couple of refrags as we can see from Team Secret here, but Mojo just runs it down with the frenzy, gets the catch, and all Team Secret has left is going to be NDG. Hunt, 10 seconds in the chamber, gets caught by PTC as he drops down, and that is going to be NAOS with the pistol.
Poison's off.
NAOS's attacking sides are really scary. I think we saw a preview of that in Haven where, again, it's the step-by-step process. They know they have a Cypher. There's probably going to be a stack of utility over here. As we take a look at that replay, it's just the layering of utility themselves to just really ruin the positioning, having to assign all of these sites. Even though there is 2 members on the side of Team Secret that had a better high ground, it did feel like it was just, they're coming in too fast for Team Secret to catch up.
Yeah, absolutely. Possibly could be the help as well from just how good the cascade of abilities has been. Like there was a point there where I think Team Secret were just looking straight into Garage, and then Zan from out of nowhere straight up just teleports at the back of the site, gets a catch, gets refrag, sure, but then now we're just, this is already good from Zan. We're just gonna have to keep putting the pressure on. Vinez? The heck is he trying to do here? Okay, so he obviously he's trying to get a catch off, right? No one's biting the bait, at least.
Bring them down.
The respect. I mean, it is, you know, NAOS is aware that it's going to be able to lower by. These cheeky angles might be a little dangerous for them to sort of push. So NAOS, I love the respect. They're going to take the long route into these sites, and I feel like A is the more doable one, especially there's only one person there, and a couple of pistols.
Yeah, Mojo's going to be just setting it up. NDG,
NDG.
No. He's going to get exposed, but hell, hold on. Okay, the pistol working to his favor. He does get the catch on the PTC, but refrag quite quickly. Planet and Spike will be done. Valden has got some smokes here. Wonder where he's going to be placing it on. Oh, okay, so it's on A house first. Like the idea of that. Mojo's holding the potential cross there. Nice nade from Prodigy as he gets to creep slower and slower into the site. Zan holding the site, holding Heaven with the Marshal. Rather, Outlaw gets the catch, drops it down. Applix, okay. Double with the Sheriff, but somehow does not get the third. Zan finally picks it up, and that was close. I thought Applix was starting to build some heat.
Same here, though. I felt like that was a little too close for comfort, despite it. The fact that NAOS had better guns, better weapons, it felt like that could have been much cleaner. But in the end, Applix was able to apply some economic damage on the side of NAOS, not being able to transition all of that for round number 3. They still are able to bring over some, and a very scary Outlaw on the side of Shan, which is, again, his favorite on the attacking side.
This wall, the drop, the push, the reposition. That's the beauty of the Yoru for you right there. PTC is making a bit of noise here just to push them back. Information gathered here for NAOS immediately as they know that there is more of that forward push from Team Secret. Zan, once again, to go for the threat here, or at least keep getting that information. He has his gate crash all the way through spawn, and while NAOS is working on the other side of the map, he can always just, again, teleport back or teleport away if he needs to.
Exactly, gate crash initiated again to reposition onto B, but it is a stack towards Heaven on the A site. They're being very patient about it. Oh! They gave noise!
Spike down mid.
Gonna get a catch there. It's a little bit difficult to break through the defenses here of Team Secret when they're this well spread out. Zan getting close. Can't really get the catch off there. Valden's on his own.
30
And
seconds
hasn't
left.
really gotten any frags except for NDG. 20 seconds left onto the clock. There's no real need to save. Man is just going to be holding, looking for information and getting tagged in the process. Yeah, saving this Vandal is probably the better option, but he can go for a repeat
10
if he
seconds
wants
left.
to. Which looks like he's not. He's just backing up, yeah.
Yeah, gotta respect the fact that there is going to be a lot of members waiting for your death there from the side of Team Secret. But NAOS, it is understandable. You know, this is the Valorant script. You know, you win 2, then you probably will lose 1 in the end. But it felt like NAOS was well equipped to take it 3-0. Team Secret just really had more patience. They were at proper positions. They had information that they probably flooded onto vent. Therefore, there was an option for them to either trace back or go into tower. So I think this is a very good read. And the spike falling in the middle of the map is also something very difficult to retake. So now we'll see how they do here with the rifle versus rifle round.
They got the better firepower for sure, or at least the equal firepower now for sure. This Viper wall on A hasn't really gotten that much, I think, impact for NAOS. That being said, though, it is more of a compressed push onto mid. Nice use on the fake out just to get the tripwire activated. A nice clean push on mid side, and now Team Secret. What's the angle? What's the fallback? Seems like they're just gonna give up that midpoint. Team Secret, though, have control on top ramps. I do like the wall here. It does separate a little bit of them. Prodigy can always throw a nade, which I think NAOS is aware of, knowing that he was holding the same angle, potentially the same angle last time. few seconds up into the clock. Seems like it's going to be a B take here. Still haven't cleared everything right now. Vanessa around the corner here. Just stopping out. It's a really slow push for now, is that all things considered. Quick refrags all together. Aplex holding around the corner right now. 30 seconds left. There's still some breathing space for Team Secret to move around into the defense. This smoke giving Aplex a little bit of room to kind of maneuver around as well. About to drop. Who's the faster of the two? Looks like it's him, but Valden gets the refrag. Savvy as well, and he actually turns for the 180 kill onto NDG, and that's NAOS taking the round.
Team Secret was winning at the very beginning of that round. They were at the lead when it comes to the refrags, the trades, because of Aplex. But after that, Savvy AK was that great equalizer. You know what? You take 2, I'm gonna take 3 afterwards and turn this into a win. And the early game is something that we always look at when it comes to NAOS esports. It's very different compared to Haven, where they're usually sort of rushing, more confident. They were able, like 60 seconds on the clock. Still, they have a lot of more time to move, but maybe they're just sort of ramping up in this map still.
We'll see though, but I do love the way at how NAOS kind of just plays it. Like you mentioned, right? Team Secret had, from what it looks like, the better position, but then one wrong step and it's NAOS because they still have that control. Mojer though could be in a really sticky situation right now. This is just a multi-push. He's just getting bombarded. Does he have any help? He doesn't need to because he's picked up the 3 kills by himself.
Grenade!
Now, there's only one more player remaining on this A site, but I think he's called the reinforcements. Come in to A. It's ours for the meantime, but okay, there's a tripwire there. There's a waiting Vanessa. He can maybe do some damage with the sheriff, which I'm very much.
Last player standing.
I know. Never mind.
I know though. I know it's an eco, but that 1v3 was crazy. That was the very definition of a call an ambulance, but not for me moment.
Aplex. Deadly with the sheriff. Savvy's got to be careful because man is on a mission hitting these shots. Aplex really is saving Team Secret potentially some of these rounds. What a force to be reckoned with. Unfortunately, that force meets another measurable, or wait, I don't know the saying. It's just another force that counters it. Yes.
Ah.
Yes. Terrible.
Is that what you were going for? Force
Immovable
to be
object with something force. Yeah.
Is it a physics reference?
No, it's a saying. What do you mean?
Whoops! I thought it's a physics thing, like a reaction is an action or something like that.
No. It is not.
Okay, got it. Noted.
Immovable
It's a saying.
force meets unstoppable object. Good grief.
That sounds like a
was.
physics thing, not gonna lie.
Probably, but it's also a saying. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, both can be definitely true. But, you know, Asra, these rounds have been very topsy-turvy. It feels like the first few seconds, Team Secret was winning, but then all of a sudden NAOS is able to take things back. And really, the way the rounds go, I thought the score was 2-2, but instead it's 4-1. And it does feel like this timeout is very reflective of what happened in Haven, where just a little bit more, this could have been, a 2-2.
Yeah.
But some of these ladder executions by Team Secret really equalizes into... I feel like it's more of a NAOS thing again. Savvy AK going on fire. Mojer as well with that triple kill. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I think it's also to the point where I feel like Team Secret loves to get that first contact advantage. But if they can't make that happen, the mid rounds and then the later into the rounds is just better translated by now. So
Agreed.
I get what you're saying, but it definitely feels like Team Secret, where their strength lies, is at the beginning. But unfortunately, this beginning isn't as clear cut, not gonna lie. Zan does get cleared up. Mojer, he's brought the party, and he's gonna be able to get that refrag. Aplex deals with him quite quickly. Valden gets overwhelmed, and this is what Team Secret are looking for, are waiting for, are wanting to go for. What a shot to connect. Savvy's just holding in the back of the thing. Mojer, or rather PTC, gets caught. Rip it out, rip it out. catch NDG off guard. Nah, he's not gonna do that. We're good. Great retake by
Nah.
Team Secret.
Absolutely. Team Secret, good timeout conversion there as well. They're able to... Again, that's exactly right. The beginning is always a Team Secret. It's going to be in their favor. They're going to be winning the trade. That's exactly what happened. Just as you said, it's what happens during the mid-round to the late rounds. What do? And they're able to just really cleanly play together, get more of those trades. You do have the upper hand, deny any multi-frags from one of the key players like Savvy K, PTC, and again, that was much, much cleaner. And if Team Secret is able to just use that multiple times, especially they have an operator bot for this round, then they could potentially get a better lead in this match.
Well, there's some closer fights where operators really don't do anything, and that's one of those. Mojo around the corner here. Secret, he wants to drop down. He wants to create that pressure, but he's got an operator in hand. He's going to have to go slowly through the ropes to get a catch. Come what may. Plants being, or rather, spikes being planted on this A site once again. And it seems like the name of the game for NAOS is just to hold on to heaven for as long as they possibly can. Zan's holding on the site for himself. Well, Shadow has been used already here. PDC and Savvy getting these frags, and it's all down to Secret. This operator, man. Okay, slow. Peek. There's a bunch of people. Spotted already. Tries to play around. Backs away. And this thing... Oh, no. Oh, no. PDC. He's the man with the plan. The man on the ropes. Not the man on the Lakers, but he's good. 5-2.
That's quite unfortunate because I feel like the operator being bought was heavily reliant on a gate crash being placed either onto these long angles because of that operator. But since NDG fell on vents, it is now up to Secret to unfortunately use the operator on such a tight space to guard that area. So because of that, it felt like the operator didn't get 100% of its value after that. But it looks like we're going to take a little bit of a break from A, and now the switch from NAOS to go towards B, especially that's a little empty. It is still a buy round. Oh, sorry, it's an eco on the side of Team Secret at that. So let's see if it's effective, because it looks like it is.
Ooh, head tap onto PTC though, but he's got some support. Can't really push through that snake bite. It's a bit too on the riskier side. You can see that slowly Savvy is coming around for a lurk, which I don't think they'll find or they'll actually figure out. So if he slow creeps, he might be able to get a flank, but it's Team Secret closer to the B site on this retake more than anything else. But at the same time, they've already given up this site. Just gonna go straight for the fights. Around the corner, Zan and Valden doing some pretty intense refragging in the front of Garage, and that's going to be that. Not even needing Savvy for that flank. And we're done. 6-2. Now it's pretty big on the leads once again.
Yeah, this is reminiscent of Haven, except they started off on defense. Team Secret, again, it was such an expensive buy from earlier, and now it is not going to be there. One thing, at least, you know, maybe Secret is able to utilize this dimensional drift, gain some information, get that -1 that you mentioned, Asra, at the very beginning of the round to make things a bit more doable for Team Secret. Because NAOS, their confidence is oozing right now.
It really is. Just any play that they make, it just seems so... well executed, and you just know that there's nothing really left to chance. Anyways, NDG tries to get a catch. Oh, he can trace that bullet back, or trace that tether back to the sender. Still, site's gonna be taken already. Savvy holding hell. NDG's playing around mid just to check if there's any lurks. And this is, I think, one of the more solid rounds that Team Secret has had. Still, they will have to play a retake. And it will take some time. NDG's got his haunt back, so now he's wanting to use it. Prodigy's already onto the site. Timing is going to be very crucial. Prodigy's going to have to wait. Okay, there it is. Okay, so it exposes things. Savvy still hits that shot. That's nasty. Prodigy, though, gets pushed, peeked, and refrags. Zan not giving Vanessa any chances whatsoever. And now, again, this is different from what I think we've seen on that Haven.
Oh yeah, this is just again twice as on fire for the side of NAOS, and the crossfire is just incredibly impressive. Their hold on to the site after the plant goes down is also very again incredible to watch for the side of NAOS. And here we go again, Sean with his favorite outlaw on attacking side. We've seen that back at Haven. It has been incredibly effective as well, especially when you're up against a low buy round on the opposition. It's just very, very effective. And we'll see how that's going to work out for round 10.
Here. Tiny gap, big opportunity. Oh, he sees it. Bam, bam. Unfortunately, can't really get that frag that he was kind of hoping for. Just a bit of a tag here and there. Applix, he's a master with the Sheriff. But he's not a master against a 2 versus 1.
Goodbye.
Oh, PTC. Another one. He gets it. Now, where do they go, actually? They got options to just go both on the site. And then whatever. But, okay, it's going to be A.
Yeah. No need to use from the shadows as well. If you get an orb, you can just save that for the next round when it's a buy round. And Savvy AK might get more kills here.
He's waiting.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, okay, that's smart. Just to kind of chill around. He's got 40 seconds. No real need to go hyper-aggressive. NDG needs to go on that A side. He knows that Savvy's somewhere still on Garage. Wonder if he's going to get a catch onto Savvy and at least maybe upgrade the weapon. But anything other than that, it's probably just going to be an 8-2. For now, it's just getting that advantage.
When we look at the next round, wow, Moulder with the reposition, going from one rope to another, creating confusion in that 1v1. And again, it is in the end a clean, flawless round for NAOS. And when we look at the ultimates available, because this is a buy round, but this economy is not going to last any longer because it's only 2 rounds left, basically. Dimensional Drift has been sitting at the back seat for quite a while for Secret. There hasn't been a prime opportunity to use it, so it's understandable. But how do you open up that opportunity? Usually, it's something that you know, it's your opener to create something for your team. And this is one of the rounds where you can actually use it, but it's empty. Nobody is here to greet him. But that's information nonetheless. But they're right inside the site.
Yeah, it's drift for drift, so... I'm back. Okay, they obviously... Oh, no, not like this. Shot through the smoke. Vanessa falls down. And here comes the rest of the defenders. But a Viper Pit right in front of their face. Multiple angles to try to clear here. This is going to be a headache to retake for Team Secret. Prodigy coming out. Nightfall being used as a bit of cover as well. Zan's been pretty good with the frags here. Applix does get a couple of picks, but goes into the mouth of the dragon, gets caught, and Savvy AK deals with Secret coming in from a slow approach from Ali. 9-2, and NAOS is looking nigh unstoppable in this first half.
Beautiful stuff. They were just, again, playing around with the dimensional drift where they went along with the information being provided. But after that, it feels like it was countered. The dimensional drift of Secret was countered because basically they're already on towards the site right after. But they still have Nightfall for retake. They have From the Shadows for repositioning. So for Team Secret, again, hopefully this ends in a 9-3 for them. But if it's a 10-2, the next round might be a little scary for Team Secret.
Yeah, he just can't. Where did that TP come from? The push out. I mean, they just want to go for the fights, right? But unfortunately here, these aggressive peaks, not really getting them that value. Mojer does get hold of Heaven for the meantime, so that's going to be something to at least watch out for here for Team Secret. Now they see all of this. Nightfall being used. No one cleared, but that doesn't really mean too much, knowing that you can just see the late lurk coming out from PTC. Potential Heaven players here. All he has to do is really just wait. And as they push out, he's going to hear it. He's going to have a nice little angle come up on top. Team Secret's been compressed on Hell. They got the firepower pinched in one spot, but they don't know PTC's coming in for the flank. It buys a little bit more time. He's only gotten one. Do they know that Mojo's around the corner here? He's got full control, triggered discipline with the 4K, and that's going to end our first half 10-2 with NAOS on top.
The impressive showing by Mojo there onto that round. The discipline, just as you said. I know there's only 2 players left. All I gotta do, kill the diffuser first and get that big crossfire with my other, my teammate of Garage. Just, again, beautiful stuff. Mojo, unfazed.
Surprising us, Applix has been on a warpath. Can he lead this team, you know, to that victory? In terms of this, the tempo and the kills. Seems like Team Secret not wasting any time whatsoever to just get that control on Heaven already here on B. And with the pistol, Valden by himself. And they see it. There's a couple of players here. Gets the catch. Valden tries to get back into cover. Doesn't need to as he picks up 2 kills. Zan's here, assisting as well. And he's done the damage. It's all down to Secret. No flashes, no nothing. Just a ghost in hand. He peeks out to his death and now picks up a round, answering Team Secret's aggression.
Don't stop fighting.
One more round, and they do have the lead here for, again, to take this 12-2. And honestly, Zan again with just precise aim. NAOS in general with, again, beautiful crossfire, very disciplined. Just rearranging themselves after they saw, okay, it is going to be a split, a classic B attack on pistol. One's probably going to come from Heaven. A couple are going to come from Garage. And PTC is able to hold his own. Shot again with the Outlaw. Let's see if it gets a kill. One more bullet before reload. Ooh. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Zen's just going to go back away from this. This is the YOLO push, the Team Secret special. Mojo gets a catch. What a shot from Valden. Okay, I mean, this is just for the one, but good tracking altogether. Oh, he just looks like he tripped on something. Finesse. My goodness. Applix rocking a hard place. Gets caught, gets pushed, gets booped. Everything. Rather, other than a kill. That pushes NAOS. Map point, series point. This has to be another force buy for Team Secret. I mean, that's obvious, but
Yeah.
what's the weapon? What's the weapon purchase?
And no choice but to get a couple of half shields here. Maybe sacrifice a bit of utility that you probably won't need for the next round.
Yes.
And that is Prodigy without a boom bot here to scout. Just straight satchel in, basically. But where is it? Where can they get first blood? Maybe mid is the answer here, as it is going to be a double peek. Oh.
Well, PTC's knocking, or PTC's gonna be on the first contact here. Mojo, he's got a boom bot and everything. Just kind of waiting, but then there's nothing right in front of them.
Yeah, if it's if you have the upper hand, you can afford to be patient. But looks like they've just kind of chill. Oh, there's first blood that they're looking for.
Yeah. Viness had to take a body shot down to 10, though. Well, at least he picks up the Outlaw, so that's a step in the right direction. Potential to pick something up. These head taps from PTC, though. Good stuff. Just going through the meat grinder for, you know, through NAOS' defense. Team Secret not really decisive on the holds. NTG with the double catch already. Valden, left flick. Hits the shot. I mean, he's down to 10 HP, right? What can you really do?
No.
NDG's just chasing him down. This is insane. He's down to 1. Gets it. 2 versus 1. Savvy in a precarious position here. Tries to isolate a couple of fights. Will not be able to do so. Good double up from Team Secret. And they live to fight for another day.
I thought that was going to be a lineup there for the 2 remaining Team Secret members. But nonetheless, good stuff by NDG with the Stinger. Creating an opening for the rest of Team Secret to get a foothold on towards the site, especially towards screens. PTC was knocked out. Valden was a little scary here. Especially it felt like it could have been a double kill to make that round a bit more doable for NAOS. But able to survive another round, and it's a very big buy on the side of Team Secret. They will be happy about that to extend and make each round survivable.
On this push out from PTC, though.
Bring them down.
Okay, he just backs away so quickly as well. No no losses on either side, at least for the moment, but just a bit of a heat check from NAOS, all things considered.
Bam.
Oh, Savvy.
Bam!
Yeah. No drop on the spike for sure, but that's Vinesse down, and it's a 4 versus 5 as the round continues.
That is unfortunate because Vinesse was 1 orb away from neural theft. Savvy might get a second here. Oop.
Where are you? Satchel up.
Okay. Just keep pressuring right in. That's the catch on to Savvy for sure. Nice little hunt at the back of the site. The push out as well from the defenders. Not... Oh, actually, it's just a fake out. All things considered, it is going to be a wraparound from NAOS here. All players of Team Secret just in the site itself. Giving Zan a nice pickup on that Guardian. Both duelists somewhere on A main. Applix repositioned. Shrouded Step is good. Good stuff. Ooh, he brought the pain. Mojer, he picks up 2 with the Bucky. It gives us a 2 versus 2. PTC now drops into the site. He's got a ghost in hand. No way he does this. No way. PTC. He had a pistol. You had a rifle. There was no right for him to win. This cannot be. And it's over. It's done. Series wrapped up.